Good morning, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? This is Leonard Miles, aka 2 Degrees in the CDL, coming like I always do, live with the news, the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is a good topic right here, and it's a good topic for the simple fact that if you take it seriously, you'll avoid being on the bad and on the ugly. And it's about mental health. I'm an advocate of mental health. For those of you who don't know, I come from a mental health background. You know, I worked in the mental health field, the criminal justice field, before I transitioned over to trucking. So it still holds near and dear to my heart, you know, especially, when I'm looking at different articles, seeing things happen as far as domestic violence, seeing things where truck drivers are, you know, committing suicide while on the road. And there's just so many things that we just don't handle properly. A lot of us are told to bottle things up and, not talk to anybody when we're feeling a certain way mentally, whether we're feeling depressed or anxious, or, you can kind of sense when you're not yourself. So what we're always accustomed to doing is keeping that stuff bottled up and, lashing out at people, or, doing things that are not within our character, So out here on this road, like I said, it gets lonely. Like I said before in my last video, when I was talking about the gentleman who committed suicide, it gets lonely out here on this road. But there are ways that, you can get that help. Like I said, especially if you're going through a lot of stuff mentally, don't be afraid to talk to somebody. And that's what this article is about right here. I'll get into it, and I'll talk a little bit about my journey with going through counseling as well, before trucking and after trucking. So let's go ahead and get into it. This was from Healthy America. Like I said, they're definitely a good site to go to. So Healthy Trucking of America, I use them a lot, so I'll make sure I drop this link in the video. But let's go ahead and get started. How to get counseling when your career keeps you on the road. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Many careers require employees to spend days, weeks, and even months on the road. With these types of jobs, workers may find themselves at a loss for getting help with family problems, financial problems, and even medical problems. Keeping up with counseling is a challenge. The traveling lifestyle. Two examples of such careers are over-the-road truck drivers and especially construction contractors. Truckers may get home every 2 or 3 weeks, while some contractors, like tunnel workers, may not get home for 2 or 3 months. Even sales executives that spend weeks on the road to attend seminars and training sessions are likely to find it difficult to maintain a regular schedule for counseling or therapy. Mental health at risk. Loneliness, sleep problems, and depression can all take a toll on the person's mental health. People with careers on the road spend long hours working and traveling, often at night. ClassAdrivers.com, an online community of truck drivers, explains in their Become a Truck Driver section, there's no more taking the kids to school or bridge clubs or dinner with the in-laws. Gone are the nights sleeping in a king-size bed and eating meals on the regular schedule. All of this creates a stress that adds on to any existing problems. It's no surprise that many fall into the patterns of substance abuse. And even as they seek help and aim to cope with these issues, keeping up with regular counseling can be difficult. Solutions for traveling workers. Fortunately, technology provides a lifeline. Anyone from truck drivers to sales executives can use the quick and easy resource in the palm of their hands. New services such as Teledoc allows users to schedule phone calls or video chats for counseling appointments. Videos can even put you face-to-face with the doctor. For Teledoc, you simply enter in a time and a licensed doctor will call you back. Many of these services even take your existing insurance. If you travel often for work, you can ask your insurance company which phone or video conferencing service they use for doctors. Online psychiatrists are also available for those who need prescription medication in addition to counseling. Some people may prefer to use online counseling in combination with in-person counseling. In this case, workers will still find it easier to schedule one session every couple months compared to one in-person appointment every week. Of course, the access of the smartphone also makes it easier to take care of your mental health by keeping in touch with family and friends. And the internet in your hands gives you access to sites that offer resources for your everyday problems. So while being away from home for long periods of time can be stressful, there is help out there, even while you're on the road. Nobody in any job should have to set aside their mental health or counseling needs. So this was a good article, and I guess I can click down at the bottom of this to see. Well, I guess that part doesn't work, but okay, cool. So let's just go back to the article. Just some full disclosure on my end. I was definitely seeing a therapist, and I've shared this in previous videos as well. When I was going through my divorce, it took a toll on me mentally. So I got into therapy, just talk things out because, not to say I didn't know how to handle things properly, but, it was just still one of those things where, I just felt mentally lost. And, I needed to, definitely, just talk it out with somebody in a healthy manner. Something that I never really done before. Excuse me. I mean, we always talk to friends and things like that, but friends don't always give sound advice. There are people who are, like I said, there are paid professionals who are good at what they do. And, you got to definitely utilize them. Now, the one good thing about, therapy, as far as the cost is concerned, is a lot of times with your insurance, some truckers may have EAP services. So with the EAP services, they give you a certain amount of free sessions, and then you'll use your insurance once your EAP services are up, if you choose to continue, and you can continue therapy that way. Me and my therapist, we did see virtually. Like I said, I'm out of Georgia, so me and my therapist, we did see virtually. So when I was working in the state of Georgia, of course, I was able to have sessions regularly. But since I've been on the road, I do check-ins with her, like every 3 to 4 months, just to let her know how things are going on. But I have to wait until I get back to either Georgia or Alabama, to do those sessions. Now, with some of these other sessions, like Teledoc and even like sites like BetterHelp and things like that, you'll be able to see your therapist, no matter where you're located at in the U.S. So if you're on the road, a lot of times you can get a provider that's available and that'll work with you. But the biggest thing overall is just to get the help. I think that's just the biggest thing overall. Don't think that you're out here alone. You're behind the wheel and you're alone. So a lot of times you get into your thoughts and get into your mind, and you may start to feel a certain type of way, and you're not feeling right mentally. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. Definitely seek that help out. Like I said, definitely talk with, your jobs. Talk with the human resources department. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they'll put you into the right lane as far as accessing those services, especially if you need them. Like I said, I definitely want to see a decrease of violence when it comes to truck drivers, as far as the domestic side. Like I said, been seeing the uptick in that when it comes to truckers, and even truck drivers committing suicide. We need to decrease that number. Like I said, we matter out here on this road, and I think that's just the biggest thing. I just want to let truckers know all together, we do matter, and we do have a voice. So do not think for 1 second that you aren't important. And like I said, that's why I'm glad that I could take my old experience from the mental health background and I can speak on this, because I know how it feels to be in those dark places. I know how it feels to go through depression. I know how it feels for the anxiety and just the worry and just losing belief in yourself. I know how that feels. And I was able to get the help that I needed before I got on this road as a trucker. Thankfully I was able to get the help that I needed, but it doesn't stop. I'm still a work in progress. So that's the biggest thing. Once you get into it, just continue to work on yourself And like I said, just remember, like, the resources are there. You're not alone. But that's all I wanted to just come on here and talk about today. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this article. Let me know what you think about the video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I definitely appreciate it. I'm on the road to 1K, 1,000 subscribers. And like I said, I definitely appreciate you all support. And just let me know what other type of content that you all would like for me to drop. But until next time, I'm out.